Welcome back to NC Bassin. Today we're on Lake Norman on the Tuesday tournament. Looks like we got about 10 boats here today. Surprisingly, it's supposed to actually snow. Yes, it's April the 2nd. It's supposed to snow, but it's supposed to be some flurries, maybe turn into rain. Hopefully we don't get any precipitation. Hopefully it just misses us and just goes straight to the south. It's northeast winds again, so it's always tough with northeast winds, but let's see how it goes. It's 33 degrees right now, so if it does snow, it shouldn't stick. It's going to warm up a little bit too as the day goes on, but it was warm all weekend while I'm at work, and I get to the lake portion, it's freezing cold, but might be a tough day. Might have to slow down, throw the Ned rig. I want to try to slow down at least, but hopefully they'll bite the jerk bait because that's what I'm planning on catching them on. Hopefully the big fish are still biting. Water temp is still, well, 52. I think it might not be adjusted yet, but 52 degrees is cold. I hope it's warmer than that, but hopefully we can still catch them. It's gonna be a tough day, but 3 fish might win. If I catch 3 fish, I'll be happy. Let's see how it goes. God, there we go. Finally, he hit it hard. I don't think he's big at all, but at all. God, he's tiny. Look at that little guy. It's a largemouth. He's eating well though. Finally caught a fish. Woo. It's almost halfway through, guys. About to do the midday update. 10:10. Well guys, midday update. I don't know if you can see that. It's snowing right now. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but snow flurries. I've never seen it snow in April, but the air temperature's way lower, way warmer down here. It's like 36 degrees, but it's cold up there. It's snowing. I can't believe it's actually snowing in April, but just the fish aren't biting. Cold front like every Tuesday. It's a cold front, it seems like. So tough to catch fish in the cold front. Finally caught one, so maybe the bite's going to pick up like it did last week. Later in the day, the bite gets better this time of year. Got one on the jerk bait out here in State Park. Went back to Spillway, nothing. Right when the water cleans out, when it first starts widening out, right here is where I got him. So mark some bait. Hopefully we can catch some fish. Just seen an osprey catch a bass out of the water, so there's something here. He can catch them and I can't, but hopefully I can catch a couple little ones at least here before I go back down the lake. I'm gonna try to catch some more around Queens. Let's see how it goes. Fish on. Ned rig. Yes. Oh, not bad. Not big at all, but we'll take him. He's got a giant scar on him. Oh my God, poor fish. Look at that. Another largemouth. Man. Bet he's not even 14 inches. Ned rig. Not even close. There we go. Ned rig. It does work. Another tiny largemouth, I believe. Nope. Yep. Are you kidding me? You only have 2 under 14. They're all under 14. Obviously. And I caught 3. I said I don't want to catch 3. Hey, Ned rig's working. Fish. On the crankbait. Ah, he's little too. And they're all largemouth. It's great. Nope, that is a spotted bass. Or is it? No, it ain't. That's a largemouth too. All these tiny largemouth back here. Crazy. They've all been caught before. Little baby largie. Man. Need a big one. Look at that. There's so much bait down here. I caught a little threadfin shad on a Ned rig. Oh my God. That's a huge one. That's a huge fish. That can't be a bass. It's a bass. It's a giant. It feels like a catfish. I think it's a catfish. Oh, and it come off. No. God. Come off. I really think that was like a 30-pound flathead, guys. It felt like a catfish. God, it was huge, whatever it was. No way it was a bass. No way it was a bass. Fish. Yes, that feels like a good one. Maybe not. It's a solid fish. Oh yeah, that's a solid fish there. There's my limit. If I can get him in. Another largemouth. Yes, largemouth. It's got black lipstick on. Look at that. Ain't nothing back here but largemouth and giant catfish. He ate it too. Oh, that last hook come out. Nice one. Yes. Probably 2 1/4 on the rock crawler. The translucent colored one. There you go, guys, back here in the back of Morningstar on the Perth Road Bridge. It's got a solid fish right there. Not huge, probably 2 pounds, maybe 2 1/4. But I got a limit. That's all I wanted. Finally got a limit. There's one. There we go. Tiny fish on the Ned rig again. Gosh. There's so many largemouth back here, it's crazy. Not a single spot. Little yellow largemouth, barely even has a line. Well, Ned rig will catch tiny fish. There we go. Be a better fish. Or not. Another tiny largemouth. Well, the Ned rig works, man. It catches numbers. Just like they said. That fish is barely 12.5 inches. This one's fat. Yeah, that one's definitely bigger. Man, if I could catch a real fish on the Ned, this is crazy. I've caught 5 fish today, all largemouth. There we go. Oh man, it's definitely a spot. Nice one, actually. On the Ned. Old Ned head. Yes! Never give up. Had to throw the Ned. He ate it too. Ned rig is, I'm a believer now, guys. That was nothing but babies, but if you got a decent one there, that's a good upgrade with 10 minutes to go. There we go. Stay on, fish, yes. Oh, he's not big, but he'll be an upgrade over that little largemouth. Oh, he's barely hooked, barely hooked, barely hooked, barely hooked, barely hooked, barely hooked. Yes, we'll take him. I don't know if he's bigger than that largemouth or not. And the bite picked up in the last hour. He's got to weigh more.
492.
Oh, just like last week. That's a 4, yeah. He said 3.
Close to 4 pounds.
I'd say 4 on the dot.
Ooh, that's the one I've been looking for. I couldn't find that something.
Full eggs.
That's the one I caught last Thursday. It's a beauty. 457.
What?
764.
What? Just a bag right there. Well, that's the tournament, guys. I couldn't catch a fish for the first 3 hours, but finally the bite turned on. They were in the backs of these creeks, I guess. I actually ended up catching 2 at the 150 bridge too, so I guess the bite just picked up. But the Ned rig definitely works. And Pete had a good day. He said he got on a school of them, and he caught a big one back in Morningstar where I caught my fish at. And he ended up with like 750 something. I think he had 7.5 pounds, which is a good day. That'll win almost any tournament. But John caught a humongous bass that was 4.5 pounds, but he only had 2 little ones go with it. So he won big fish, but I ended up with not even 5 pounds. It was a sad day like usual, but caught some nice ones at the end. A 2-pounder, no, almost 2-pounder, but I was just glad to get a limit and actually catch fish. That's the most fish I've caught in a few weeks, really was. But the weather's about to pick up. It's about to be warm. The bite's really going to pick up. All these fish up late are going to spawn at the same time. I can't wait. Next week's going to be amazing. I'm going to be back here in 2 days, and it should be way better than it was today. These fish should all be up late, should all be spawning at the same time. They'll all be shallow where I can catch them. Top water bite should start as the water temp gets over 60. I really like throwing top waters, and the big fish will bite top waters when they're on the beds. So that should make some good videos. And the big bass is coming up. Big bass, the Bass Pro Shop Big Bass Tournament's coming up. Not this weekend, but the next. And I'll be practicing for that. You guys can see how that goes. See what my plans are. And I'm getting ready for that. And we'll see you on the next video.